you all so much for being here on this incredible day. The weather forecast is just absolutely incredible. We'll knock on wood, and hopefully God will provide us with an incredible fair forecast that we have, and that will be accurate. I'm Jerry Costello, Director of the Illinois Department of Agriculture, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2022 Illinois State Fair. I'm very privileged to be joined here by some incredible guests. First of all, Governor Pritzker and First Lady M.K. Pritzker. Our Lieutenant Governor, Juliana Stratton. Our Secretary of State and our Grand Marshal, Secretary of State Jesse White. Airborne, Mr. Secretary. All the way. And our Comptroller, Susanna Mendoza. Legislators in attendance here with us today, State Senator Doris Turner, State Senator Sally Turner, State Representative Tim Butler, State Representative Sandy Hamilton, State Representative Sue Shear, our incredible County Fair Queen, Addison Coloni, the Mayor of Springfield, Jim Langfelder, Director of the Department of ID&R, Colleen Callahan, and Director of CDB, Jim Underwood, who has been an incredible partner with us here on the fairgrounds and in the state. It is my pleasure, kicking off this afternoon, I would welcome the newly installed Illinois FFA State Officer Team, comprised of Rachel Hood, Derek Sample, Levi Merhofer, Haley Bodie, and Kate Colgan to recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. And now it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Ella Hill of the Boone County 4-H to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
Ella, thank you so much. That was incredible. This year's theme is Grow With Us. And I would encourage you to walk around the fairgrounds over the next 11 days and to look at the beautiful flowers and the landscape. But not only the beautiful flowers in the landscape, look at the progress that is being made on these grounds. And it's something that honestly is historical. These grounds are historical. The progress that is being made in so many ways is unbelievable, and honestly, it's tremendous. And we are growing for generations to come. Governor Pritzker has invested over $48 million into these grounds. This summer, we completed a $4.1 million construction project right here in the heart of the fairgrounds. The cattle barns, the roads there were repaved. The swine barns, the roads in front of the swine barns have been repaved. The Avenue of Flags, that road has been repaved. The heart of the fairgrounds, 8th Street, that road has been repaved. Construction is underway right now, restoring and renovating the multi-purpose arena. That's an $8.6 million project. It includes repairs to sidewalks, walls, steps, expansion joints, repairing electrical systems, installing a new canopy, rebuilding the retaining walls around the entire facility. And while the MPA is unusable during the 2022 fair, we are so excited for it to be back in 2023, better than ever. I would also mention that after the fair, the second phase of the Coliseum renovation will start in September. These are just a few of the projects that we're working on that will allow us to use this facility in so many ways, and oftentimes year-round. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you our Illinois State Fair Manager, Rebecca Clark.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the 22 Illinois State Fair. We are very excited to have you here, and it is my honor to stand here before you as only the second woman to hold this position. I'm a mom with 4 small kids. I know exactly what it takes to bring a family out to the Illinois State Fair. And so that's why it was important for us to hold the line on prices everywhere we could, because we want this to be an experience for fairgoers and families alike. There's no cost in the change of admission, parking, or a mega pass this year. We have a lot of fun, new, interactive activities, plenty of free concerts, and that's on top of a plethora of opportunities at the grandstand. So we hope that you all come out and enjoy the Illinois State Fair.
Thank you, Becky, and thank you to your team as well. You're doing an amazing job. And now it's my pleasure to bring up to the podium, talking about amazing, a remarkable young woman who has represented the Department of Agriculture throughout the county fairs in this state, and that is Miss Illinois County Fair, Addison Coloni.
Thank you so much, Mr. Costello, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Addison Coloni, and I'm the 2022 Miss Illinois County Fair. On behalf of myself and the Illinois Association of Agricultural Fairs, I'd like to welcome you all to the 2022 Illinois State Fair. I also want to thank Rebecca Clark, the State Fair Manager, and our Illinois State Fair Committee for all the work that they do that just might grow this year's fair into the best state fair we've seen yet. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Addison, and it's my pleasure to bring to the podium Springfield Mayor Jim Langfelder.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2022 Illinois State Fair. Director Costello, it's always a pleasure. You always kept an open door to work with the city. and especially with the fair. We appreciate Rebecca Clark and all her great work. They truly are a dynamic duo and a lot of exciting things, affordable things. And, you know, the Grow With Us theme, it really takes us back to agriculture. And for ourselves, my wife has the agricultural background. And when my boys were growing up and my daughter, we always went and saw the tractors, the combines, walked through the livestock area, and we hardly spent any money on the amusement side of things until they grew older. So we really appreciate you keeping it affordable. And I can't thank Governor Pritzker and his wife enough for adopting Springfield, as well as Juliana Stratton. They've really embraced Springfield as their second home, and all you have to do is drive around the Capitol, take in what's here at the State Fair, and we really appreciate your investment of your efforts in this great city. So thank you very much. But I must say, Grow With Us is really a term that we can attribute to Secretary of State Jesse White, being the grand champion, or the grand marshal, rather, the Illinois State Fair. I have trouble saying that because I've never been one, but maybe one of these days I can follow in your footsteps. But we really appreciate your service to the city of Springfield, the state of Illinois. You truly make us strong together. You're really an example of what public service is all about. And another great leader is Comptroller Mendoza. We really appreciate what she's done to right the fiscal ship of the state so we can enjoy the Illinois State Fair this year and for many years to come. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor. And it's my pleasure to ask up to the podium someone who is no stranger to this fairgrounds, certainly no stranger to Illinois agriculture. And as the mayor mentioned, you will often see her out here on Thursday nights at the Illinois Products Farmers Market. She's also the governor's chair of the Rural Affairs Council, as well as the fact we are extremely excited to work with her on our farmer disparity study. Our friend, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 Illinois State Fair. Thank you, Director Costello, for that introduction, for your leadership, and your team's focus on the driving force that is Illinois' agriculture industry. I'm honored to be here alongside of Governor Pritzker and First Lady M.K. Pritzker, our Grand Marshal, the iconic Secretary of State, and one of my role models, Jesse White, Controller Susana Mendoza, as well as our partners in the General Assembly and agency heads who have already been acknowledged. I also want to acknowledge Mayor Langfelder, Miss County Fair Illinois Addison Coloni, and Rebecca Clark, who, as she said again, is only the second ever woman to become the State Fair manager, showing that her story is still being made every day. How amazing it is to have all of you joining us to kick off the 2022 Illinois State Fair, as well as everyone whose hard work on the ground helped make this possible. And it's always great to engage with the inspiring young leaders from FFA and 4-H. And what a wonderful rendition of our national anthem by Ella Hill. Can we give her another round of applause? You know, all year we've been looking forward to this time when we could come together again to these fairgrounds that remind us just how deeply connected we are with each other. Because as I always say, ag connects us all. And that's really the spirit behind my office's Agricultural Equity and Food Insecurity Initiative. As part of this initiative, I've traveled across the state to meet with the farmers, business owners, producers, leaders, workers, and stakeholders. In other words, all the different types of connectors who build the links between us and the land. Right here on these fairgrounds, we have the opportunity to once a year feel the energy and passion that is alive all across our state, to connect around Illinois' largest industry, agriculture. Connecting is essential, for that is how we grow together. So, following this year's theme, to grow with us, let's gather together on these fairgrounds, sharing time with each other, celebrating the strong roots that we have planted and continue to cultivate. Thank you. And with that, it's my honor to pass it over to someone that I am so proud to stand beside and partner with as he leads our state with vision and purpose, Governor J.B. Pritzker. Governor?
Thank you so much to Lieutenant Governor Stratton for the kind introduction, but what a beautiful day, and I'm going to credit you with it. You were the one who prayed for it. We got it. I am really so excited to be here today. As many of you know, the Illinois State Fair is one of my favorite events of the year, and First Lady M.K. Pritzker and I could not be happier than we are when we come to the State Fair. I want to thank our Department of Agriculture Director, Jerry Costello, and of course, Fair Manager Becky Clark, for all that they've done to make this State Fair our best one ever. When you enter the fairgrounds this year, things are going to look a little bit different this time around. There are a great bunch of new exhibits, everything from dinosaurs to 3D printed butter cows, and just as importantly, newly paved roads and renovated buildings that will make the fairgrounds a great destination for many, many years to come. This is the first time in decades that major improvements are being made to these fairgrounds. And thanks to Rebuild Illinois for that. This historic bipartisan capital plan has allowed us to modernize and upgrade our roads and our bridges, our airports, our water and sanitation systems, our schools, aging facilities, and yes, our fairgrounds. These fairgrounds are truly an Illinois treasure, and I am dedicated to improving them every single year so that hundreds of thousands of people who come here all during the year from all across the state and the nation experience the best of what Illinois has to offer. And this year's State Fair has a very appropriate theme, Grow With Us, to celebrate all of the advancements in the state of Illinois, including the advancements of our agriculture industry. One of the best examples of commitment to advancing our state, though, is this year's Grand Marshal. And I am so proud that tonight's Twilight Parade will be led by our very own Secretary of State, Jesse White. Many of you know him, but I just want to tell you, Secretary White is the very definition of a statesman and a public servant. From his time in the U.S. Army's 101st Airborne Division to his 24 years as the longest-serving Secretary of State in Illinois history, Secretary White's contributions to this state and to this nation are far-reaching and all-encompassing. And let's not forget the Jesse White tumbling team. Over 60 years ago, Secretary White founded this internationally known organization serving thousands of underserved youth residing in public housing across the Chicagoland area. And with over 1,500 performances since 1961, many of you may have seen him and the remarkable Jesse White tumblers on these fairgrounds over the years. These young people, and all of us awestruck audience members, have succeeded because of Secretary White. I truly couldn't think of a better person to lead this year's Twilight Parade. So let's give it up for our 2022 Grand Marshal, Secretary of State Jesse White. It would be an understatement to say that a lot has changed since the very first Illinois State Fair in 1853. We didn't even have electricity until nearly 30 years later. And in just the past few decades, we've seen everything from smartphones to video chatting to electric vehicles, all beyond our ancestors' wildest dreams. And we've battled a once-in-a-generation pandemic these last 2.5 years, including right here on these fairgrounds. But one thing has remained a steadfast staple: our state's agriculture. And since our state's founding 204 years ago, it has been our agriculture industry that has pushed us forward. So on behalf of the state government of the state of Illinois, I am so grateful for this opportunity to display our agriculture community's unmatched contributions to our state, our nation, and our world. To every attendee that has traveled far and wide, near and far to be here, thank you. Thank you for joining us and for making the Illinois State Fair a part of your summer. Here's to another marvelous 10 days of blue ribbon prizes, exhilarating rides, and ample adventures. Now, everybody, let's cut this ribbon and launch the 169th Illinois State Fair.